This is. Do I hate myself? No, 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 no. Okay. Ladles, spatulas, boys and bagels. Everybody's supersonic racing, dude. No. I don't want to be reminded of Sonic R.
The song was so good.
Yeah, the song's so good, but it's Sonic R's not good.
Terrible, I know.
Right, we need to do some.
You know what's weird?
As Big Man Shaq would say, we need to do some quick maths.
Why does Kanto have 2 psychic gems?
Good point. 200, 750, 750. I've got a calculator on my phone. One moment.
202. Just give me the numbers. I can add them in my head.
Alright, smart. 750.
Okay.
750.
All right.
200.
Okay.
1200.
Okay.
1200.
Okay.
1200.
Okay. Is that it?
That's it.
5,300.
Oh, fuck me.
I promise you the math is correct.
5,300. How the fuck am I gonna... Well, that's a good thing I had some interesting stories from work today. Stories. Story. And even then, I wouldn't say it was interesting. I'd say it was more torture. Spent an hour of my life with a single fucking customer.
I can't imagine.
You do an office job, shut up.
I mean, I kind of can. Just in a slightly different context. Except my context was, we've been talking about this for like 40 minutes. How do you not get this concept yet? I don't miss tutoring
Mine's
that
worse.
much. I don't miss tutoring, but yeah, yours is way worse.
Yeah, it's like, do you not sell, you know, insert product here anymore? Because I need to return this one and like get a new one. And it's like, no, we haven't sold that since I think last year. And I'm like, when did you buy it? It's like, oh, recently. And I later find out, like 45 minutes later, last June. So it's like, you know, returns policy, 1 month. Not, you know, 13.
I'm
And then
sure
it's like,
America
oh.
has stories just like this one. I just don't hear about them as often.
And then it's like, well, would your manager know if you've got any in? It's like, no, because if I ain't seen them, he ain't seen them. And it's like, would any of your stores have them? No, because if we ain't had them, no one's had them. And then she starts demanding I look at other stores online and see if they've got them, and so I do, and it's like, no, nowhere's selling them.
Are you sure? I don't think that's part of your... That... Actually, that doesn't make sense for you to do, because then it doesn't it technically count as a conflict of interest?
No.
Really?
No.
Huh.
If it's something we don't have, we can send them elsewhere for it.
Okay.
Just
All right, yeah,
generally
just
good customer service.
It just... Sorry. It finally just clicked in my head.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, I can have a look and I can see. Because I did admit it is a bit weird that we're not doing it this year, but nowhere seems to be. And then
Out of interest, what was the product?
it is a little shopping cart you take with you.
A tiny shopping cart?
Like a little, like, think of it like a cabin bag with wheels, but for shopping.
Oh.
Yeah. So one of them, you know, perfectly normal, reasonable thing to, you know, want to buy. And you know, apart from the whole wanting to exchange one that they bought a year ago, but that's
We'll leave that off the table for now.
we'll leave that off the table for something they told me 45 minutes in.
I guess, dude.
Yeah. Then they had my colleague go and get some Worders original, and was like, "Do you not have the Eclair ones?" And I'm like, "No, I don't think so." And it's like, "Okay." So it's like, "How much are these?" And I was like, "They're £1." And then they ask, "So how much are these in the pound shop?" And I was like, "Probably £1." And it's like, "Can you check? Because they're bigger in the pound shop." And I was like, "Okay, what's that got to do with me?" But I have a look, and it's like, I shit you not, for the sake of 7 grams, the one in the pound shop is bigger.
When you say pound shop, are you talking about like the equivalent of a 99-cent store or something?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
So we sell a 125 gram bag of Werther's Originals. This is something I now know. For £1. A local discount retailer sells them in 135 gram bags for £1.
Okay.
And she was like, "So how many extra sweets is that?" And then I'm just stood there, dumbfounded. Like, how the fuck am I meant to work that out? Unfortunately, I don't know the average weight of a Werther's Original.
I would imagine a lot of people don't know the average weight of one.
Yeah, I'm not fucking 70, so, you know, and I've also never been bored enough to look.
I was not expecting that retort. Oh, that was great.
So, you know, I can imagine if I was, like, really bored, I might have a look and, you know, see. But, you know, I was like, right. I said it can't be any more than, like, a couple of sweets, realistically, because, you know, for the sake of, like, 10 grams, what are you going to get?
Right.
And then we had, like, the Cadbury Eclairs, and she's like, "So you're selling those in, like, 400 gram boxes for, like, £2?" And I was like, "Yeah." And it's like, the pound shop selling them for, like, 100 gram bags for, like, so much. And I was like, why the fuck is this important? I think that was at the point where I think my sanity started to go and my patience was starting to run a bit thin.
Uh-huh.
And then she asked about slush puppy syrup, because we sell slush puppy syrup. And she was like, "So I've got an American blender." And I was like, right. And she's like, "I don't expect you to know what that is being young." And I'm like, "I know what a blender is, love. You know, I went to university. We had a blender." So she asked, like, "So could you read me the instructions on the back of this syrup and see how much it would take to, like..."
Excuse me?
Yeah, really. To Reed to like do a slush puppy in this blender, and I was like, you need, you know, it says X amount of syrup, X amount of water. She's like, what if I want to do it with ice? And it's like, how the fuck should I know? And I guess you just
So
take the equivalent, you know, milliliters of water and freeze it first. And she's like, how much syrup would you use? With like half a pint. And I'm like, what the fuck?
This is the grocery store. Why are you coming here for cooking advice?
It's like, why are you coming here for A, to ask me about returning something that's a year old, and B, why are you coming here asking me to read you the instructions on the back of a fucking self-make slush puppy syrup?
Sometimes I don't understand the British, but then I realize I don't understand the Americans either.
And then she's like, so it's like, you know, half a pint. And I was like, no, it's 185 mils. And it says, how much is that? A quarter of a pint? And I was like, no. That's like an eighth.
Okay.
And she's like, what if I wanted to make the milkshake? And it's like, you use even less than that, and 200 mils of... I now know how to make a slush puppy out of that syrup, by the way.
Oh god. Meanwhile, I'm trying to remember how many milliliters are in a plane. Wait, no. Hold up. 473. I knew that.
So it's like... Okay, cool. And it's like, okay, so do I use, like... just put milk in it? I'm like, yeah. So would it work in my blender? It's like, probably. It's just syrup and water.
Yeah, it's
You
not
don't
like...
even need a blender. You just need to stir the fucking thing, realistically.
Yeah. Blender's really just like a really fast stirring device if you just get down to it.
Yeah.
Oh, heck.
And then it gets weirder. So after dealing with that, she then asked me about light bulbs. I show her our entire range of light bulbs on my phone. She then takes my phone, scrolls through it. Yes, really. And all the while, this has been about half an hour, my boss is stood there looking at me thinking, what the fuck is going on over there? Which is perfectly understandable.
Yeah.
Because I haven't done any work in half an hour, because I've been dealing with one customer. So what then happens, and this is no word of a fucking lie, she then asked me to go up to like explain like the wattages of these bulbs, the price of bulb per pack, what the differences are, why we have ones for daylight and ones that aren't daylight, and then explains to me she never turns her lights off, so needs one that lasts a long time. And then when I tell her we've got this one for £4, I go get it for her because it is upstairs, to be fair. And then she asks me to look up all the ones at Wilkinson's, which ended up being 155 products she scrolled through my phone looking at, asking about every individual fucking one. The wattage sometimes wasn't listed. The fucking, like, how many lumières it is, what the hell a lumière is. I was like, don't fucking ask. Because we're getting into fucking physics here.
I already know.
And then she's like, so can you go write down this specific product that seems to be a better value than that one? And I'm like, right. And it's like, would they know in Wilkinson's? And I'm like, I'd assume so if you gave them the exact product description from their website. And it's like, yeah, but would they know though? I was like, how the fuck should I know? I don't work there. And then she starts asking me about fucking face masks and how we used to have boxes of white ones that we've never sold for like £2.50. Oh, and then she asked me to go through all the light bulbs at like Aldi and Lidl and Morrison's. Every individual one listed on their websites. And the moment she finally decides, my fucking deputy manager comes along and tries to save me from this. Like twice, by the way.
Oh dear.
And by the time I'm finally free, my fucking supervisor's just there laughing at me going, you were there for an hour. And I'm like, yep. I now am going on a very long break with a lot of energy drinks. And it's like, so you basically just got turned into someone's personal shopper. Oh, and then there was the bit where she asked us if she could give us the money and then we go pay for it for her. And I'm like, no.
Oh, dear.
It's just like... Mercifully, I didn't, like, get visibly annoyed or anything. There was a lot of grit in my teeth, I'll tell you that. So, my problem is I'm an introvert, like, massively. A long, protracted conversation for me is incredibly difficult. It's even more so when I deem someone to be unreasonable. And there was a line that was crossed there, I think. Which was having a go at me for us not stocking something and then saying, well, you never know, you might. And it's like, no.
That's no, that's not how it works.
And then asking me to be your personal shopper across several different stores I don't even work at. And you kept going on about big German, like, shopping trolleys that you can buy, and I'm like, what? Wasn't even an old lady, she was in like her 50s. So my takeaway from today has been I now know how to make slush puppies. Which, you know, might be useful in the summer. And then she says, oh, I'll come in later in the week and I'll try and see if I can return this little shopping trolley I bought here. And I'm like, you bought it a year ago, it ain't gonna work. And she was like, do you still have the CCTV from a year ago? And I was like, no. What do you think we are, the fucking Bank of England? And I also had a thought just there to myself, it's like, if I ever see you come into this store again, I'm fucking running. Because she'd been in before, and collared my supervisor for an hour and a half in the furniture aisle.
Wait, I vaguely remember this story.
Yeah, it's not good. I wonder what a Jackson percent speedrun in this game looks like.
I don't want to find out.
I don't want to find out either, to be blunt.
I was like, I'm pulling up a Toon tab and like, no.
No, I'm not looking this up.
Especially since I don't know what the leaderboards for Mega Man speedruns are. Because they're not on speedrun.com. They get kept elsewhere.
Ooh, I'm having some weird issues with the capture software there for a second.
Oh, it's just Mega Man leaderboards.net, alright.
It's just one of those things where it's like, as far as like I've had racist customers. I've had the best one was someone came in and spoke to Danny asking about a product, who is my girlfriend, and she didn't know because I just set up all the gardening stuff, and then a customer comes over to me. I show him where it is.
There's no category for Jackson.
Good.
Yeah, like there's all L's, and it says all regular non-Jackson L's must be collected. I'm like, yep, all right, we're doing this.
So this customer, this is a couple months ago now, asked Danny about, I think it was like some camping shit that I was only just setting up like later that day. And when I showed them where it was, because I'd only just literally just got the boxes out of the fucking delivery, they were like, "Oh, so you do have it? I'll have to go speak to that that weird little Asian girl." And I was like, A, she's not Asian, and B, what?
I love casual racism.
Yeah, I just went, "You're not going to," and they were like, "Why not?" And I was like, "Why do you think?" And they went, "Oh," and very quietly went away. It's like, you just said that in front of the wrong person. I now advise you run. Robogore Simulator 21XX. It's actually 22XX. 21XX is Mega Man X.
I thought 22XX was Legend. I thought this was 21XX and 22 was Legends.
So I think it goes 20 for Mega Man, 21 for X is 100 years later. This is 100 years after
Right.
X.
Right. Now I remember.
And then ZX is 200 years after Zero, I think. And then Legends is fuck knows how far in the future. Legends is one of those things where it is so far in the future and wildly disconnected from everything. It's probably the only Mega Man thing you can't relate back to Dr. Wily being a jealous piece of shit.
I will be right back.
Because, I have to remind people, the shit I'm doing right now is because of Dr. Wily. Will say this is probably the last time in my life I'm ever doing this. Oh, this is just so monotonous.
Alright, I'm back.
You know, the more I think about the Mega Man series, it's basically the ultimate case of the butterfly effect.
I guess.
You know, one tiny action can create ripples, and then it's like dropping a boulder into a lake. The events of Mega Man 1 were that boulder. Actually, now think about it, the entire fault actually lies on Dr. Light for never giving Dr. Wily credit.
You only just realized that?
Well, it's like, if Dr. Wily had received credit, Mega Man 1 would have never happened, Mega Man would have never beaten Dr. Wily would have never kept trying, creating Base, and then Base would have never failed, leading to create Zero. Zero would have never, you know, been a Maverick. That led to Sigma. Sigma would have,
You would have been pretty normal.
yeah, ended up pretty normal. Actually, to be fair, there would have been no Sigma because there would have never been a need to create X.
Oh. Yeah.
Because Sigma's based on X. But the Zero virus wouldn't have evolved from Robo Enzo and wouldn't have gone into the Sigma virus and then the Maverick virus. And then because of that, the Maverick Wars would have never happened, then the Elf Wars would have never happened. And Dr. Vile wouldn't have existed. And then I have to admit, at that point, it kind of, as of the end of this series, I guess, and going into ZX, it kind of goes away from being Dr. Wily's fault to Dr. Wile's fault. Because everything in those games is squarely on him, despite the fact he's dead.
Yep.
It's like Wily's still got something to do with it, because Model Z, but outside of that, Model W is entirely Dr. Wile. God, you ever drop a... It is ripples across a lake. And then you kind of get into weird existential dread, which is like a place I don't want my brain to go. Yeah, everything could have been prevented if Dr. Wily could marry Gutsman. And who can blame him? That ass. You know, the only things I reference from that fucking cartoon show is a parody of one where Cutman goes to cut through a gate, an alarm goes off, and he goes, an alarm, who would have guessed? Actually, no, there's four things.
Right.
There is Pharaoh Man punching Mega Man in the face. The infamous, now I've got your power, and then Pharaoh Man just says, yeah, fuck that. And just gives him the right hook. And then there's, obviously, Gutsman's ass. And then there's the other one, which is, also a parody, which is where Cutman attacks Mega Man's car, says you're full of hot air, and then Mega Man just turns around and goes, and you're full of shit.
Wow.
I mean, the most famous one from that is probably Gutsman's ass.
I think that's just in a category all of its own.
Yeah, Gutsman's ass is like one of those classic like 2007 memes. Now, I've got to see if I can find the cartoon was wacky and the art style was pretty cool. It was a bit uncanny, like what the fuck happened to Roll? But aside of that, it's like, why is Roll like 35?
I'm composed.
Ah, here it is.
Hey, Mega Man! You're a little low on the air!
And you're full of
Yeah. Put that in the VC chat.
That's a weird time.
Ah, man, early YouTube was like equal parts like Golden Age and Jesus Christ.
Yep.
It's also nuts how little of that is still a thing. Like, we still get ASDF movies, that's something.
Do we really though?
We do, yeah. There's one released last week.
Pretty sure they stopped existing after the 6th one.
Look, right, when you can still put out a banger like it's Taco Tuesday and then the fucking taco bursts through the wall and says, "Where's my fucking money?" You know, I think you still got it.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wow. A Thomas Fischel joke where the punchline isn't death.
Oh, don't worry. there's a lot of death in that. Don't worry.
Oh, don't worry. I watched the rest of his YouTube channel.
It's all death. It's like when one of your, you know, most famous jokes is either beat B by sheep or Mind Turtle. Or the fucking muffin.
The muffin, was a bad joke, even by his standards.
Why would you let me die? I'm like, mood. I mean, I remember this is old YouTube this, but like a fucking Flash MS Paint style parody of like the early episodes of the Pokemon anime.
How far back do you have to go for going for that?
2007? 2006?
I just gave myself brain freeze. Oh no.
This was back when video descriptions were on the right. And you could have custom channel backgrounds and shit like that. Yeah, I remember. That's how old I am. I remember when the subscribe button was yellow.
I'd never actually pay attention to the color of the subscribe button at any point.
Do you remember video responses?
Yes.
God, what a forum-ass concept that was. That's just like a thing from back when YouTube was meant to be something else.
Yeah.
Actually, okay, this is going to be really weird, and this is going to show how old I am. I remember how I was introduced to Mega Man.
Uh-oh.
But it was because of YouTube, to be fair. It's also how I was introduced to Paper Mario, of all things. So there was a YouTube channel. I don't think it's still active, but it was there. Of a guy doing playthroughs of Mega Man X1, 2, and 3 with the fastest possible routing, doing every possible thing, and like doing it basically Buster only.
Okay.
And I was like, what the fuck is this, and why am I not playing it?
I'm starting to see.
I actually think I might still be subscribed. Hang on, let me see. I actually cleaned out my subscriptions a while ago. It's fucking hell. Oh shit, I am. My first subscription.
Ah!
Let's see, last upload. 9 years ago. Yeah, I'll drop this in PC chat as well.
Okay.
This is how old I am.
Wow.
Yeah.
Neat.
And that was my introduction to Mega Man. It's probably why I've got such an affinity for Mega Man X1. Apart from X1 just being really, really, really good. X1's still the best X game, changed my mind.
Better than X4?
Yeah, I'd say it's better than X4. I think the best
Okay.
ones are 1, 2, 4. I'd put 1 as the best one, then 2 and 4 pretty equal. Then 8 and 3 are pretty equal. Then 5, then 6, then 7. I will play X6 before I play X7.
Weird. I thought you were gonna play X6 before you played X5.
No, because X6... So X6 is bullshit. It's more intrusive than X5's bullshit.
Suppose?
X6's bullshit is a level design problem, not a progression problem. You actually do less backtracking in X6 than X5. You don't have to go to one stage 3 times because the weapon you need to get a thing is the one you get from that stage.
Oh. Yeah. Forgot about that one bit.
And it's an auto-scroller. But, you know.
You go- I don't remember what stage it is, but you go into it 3 times for some reason.
It's Tidal Whale. 2604.
Yeah, we're still here. I
We're
think.
still here. So about halfway there. I'll probably realistically stop around 4,000. Because, you know, I'm not that insane. Just got to think. I've got to work out how I'm going to be able to hold the 3DS tomorrow when I play Pokemon Ranger.
You're playing the 3DS. Okay.
Yeah, I ain't fucking. I'm not emulating it. I can't fucking move a mouse that quick.
No, I mean like, isn't it on the Wii U? But I don't know if you can set up the Wii U for.
I mean, yes, it is, but it's also a Wii U emulation, which means the screens are like in really weird places. I mean, it's the best they could do with a dual screen setup going into a.
Yes.
But if I was, so here's the problem: if I was going to record it, I'd have to have both screens on the top on the TV. But that would mean that the bottom screen would only take up about half of the gamepad, because what would have to happen is it would have to be set so both were the same. So the bottom screen would only be about like a third of the gamepad. Which means only that part of the gamepad would actually register as a touchscreen. That, and I'll be honest, I'm just kind of used to playing Pokemon Ranger in, you know, all its screen-destroying glory. So,
Okay then.
I don't know how I'm going to manage, because I've also got to not dislodge the capture card. So,
Good luck.
you know, I should have thought about that before I made it a fucking follow goal. But hey, you know,
Whoops.
I did think about that at the time. And now I've said, yeah, I'll do Enter the Dragonfly.
No, what? No, you didn't say that.
I was just looking through my Switch games and it's like, right, there's nothing on here I really think would value 150 followers, and I was like, fuck it, let's do Enter the Dragonfly.
A GameCube game?
Yeah, Spyro 4, the bad one.
The one where you can clip through the floor?
The one where you can clip through the floor and get to the final boss in 2 minutes, yes. Because the game only has one boss fight, and the only difference between that and 100% is whether or not it has a second and third phase.
Why are you playing it?
Because if I do it, I get to go to Hero's Tale, and I quite like a Hero's Tale.
Why can't you just play Hero's Tale? And
So,
just
allow me to
not play
explain
the
to
other
you the algorithm. So the only consistent with
one? Oh god. You
getting
said
people
algorithm.
interested is that they thrive on negativity, because if you've seen the news, and they like watching people suffer. I don't like Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, and I've only ever 100%ed it once in my life. And if I remember correctly, there was some bullshit. So, yeah. I mean, that's what happens when Universal gets a studio who's never made a game before to make a sequel to Spyro in 1 year.
Yikes.
Yeah. Crash and Spyro were heavily mismanaged. I mean, we say that, you know, Wrath of Cortex was just Crash 3 again, but more. And then we have actual Crash 4 that's just Crash 2 again, but more. You know. Works for me. Ooh. Wow, I've gotten like 4 extra lives out of this. That's this game's rarest drop.
And then he's gonna lose them all again on the very next level.
Right, coming up. I don't want to think about that, but you're right.
I don't even know what the next level is. I just know this is Mega Man 01.
It's Hapuya.
Yeah.
Which is probably why I'm doing this grind now, because I kind of want all the help I can get. That another extra life.
Nice.
So how are we all doing?
That's a good question.
You know what? I get to make this joke because it's topical. But how about that local sports team?
Trying to figure out how this is topical.
Football.
I guess.
And Europe's, the England's sudden competence.
Oh. Oh, this is like from a couple days ago, I guess.
Yeah. Problem is, right, even if England makes it to the final, the opponents are either Spain or Italy.
Oh.
And I'm gonna say this now.
No. I don't think that's gonna happen.
I mean, the semi-final match is against Denmark, which is okay, I guess. And yeah, England kind of walked over Germany. Not as hard as they walked over Ukraine the other day, but ooh. Yeah, I'll just score within the first 4 minutes.
That was
That was light, right? Okay. This is a wash. Do I think England's gonna win? No, I'm not that delusional. Do I think they'll get to the final? Probably.
maybe.
I mean, it's Denmark, it can go either way.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it's Italy at the end, though.
Ah.
No. Spain, maybe. This reminds me, I've got a phone upgrade coming soon that I need to cash in on. since I've had my phone now for 2 years. I may go do an upgrade when I get paid. Because this phone currently is cracked as fuck, so I don't even know how. I mean, I've got a Google phone, so it's just like... I just kind of get a new phone and just download all my data onto it. Thanks, Google,
Alright.
for monitoring everything I do. I mean, I could get one of those cool Samsung flip phones. I know I just said flip phone in the 2021, but it's got a folding screen, so.
I heard you.
There's like a flip one which folds vertically, and then there's like a fold one that's horizontal, which is like, I don't get the point of that one.
Horizontal, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't. Those are the
That
point.
confuses me.
No, I'll probably get another Google phone. I'm never having an iPhone,
Correct answer.
just because Danny's got an iPhone and I've seen the battery life on that.
Also, it's Apple.
Also, it's
doesn't
Apple.
know how to-
And I don't know how to
doesn't
do
know
anything on
design.
an Apple anything.
The only
See,
thing
a Google
Apple
phone
knows
is
how to
easy.
design-
Because it's just Android.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've been using Android
You
on
don't
Samsung phones, so
Yeah.
it's just like Android without all Samsung's fluff. So it's like base, unmodified Android.
Yeah.
I'm also the only person I know with a Google phone. Which is more than I knew had a Windows phone. Actually, I don't know anyone with a Sony phone either.
There are Sony phones?
Yeah, it's like the Xperia line, I think. Yeah, believe it or not, Sony is more than PlayStation and TVs.
I know. I just didn't expect phones to also be part of their repertoire.
Smartphone DS-ware. I mean, yeah, kinda. And I suppose if you got a DS emulator working on that flip phone, and it was like recognized it was on that phone specifically, that'd actually be kind of cool. Fucking I was pissing it down outside. What was the other phone that people had lots of and they were like suddenly died? Oh yeah, Sony Ericsson's. I had one of those once. I'm very Swedish. Ericsson.
Inger Dinger Jurgen.
Inga Hinga Durgan, happy Deep Ferguson Day. How long have I been doing this? An hour. Jesus Christ. mean, this is probably the best place to grind because it's like enemies are condensed. And you don't have to do much.
This song is gonna haunt all of our nightmares now.
Oh yeah, the resistance-based music, Jesus. Pop, pop, pop. Oh my god. You know, when you think Mega Man, this is probably not what you think of.
Perhaps not, but when I think of Mega Man Zero, this is exactly what I think of.
Well, 0-1.
No. Zero. Like the entire series.
Alright, I'll say this. 4's pretty good about it, because you only need to get to, like, level 4, and that's it.
4 is good and bad, because instead of E-crystals, it's enemy drops.
Yeah.
Which, in some cases, is worse.
Yeah, you need a certain number of parts, but the parts are random, and it's like, oh, here we go.
Yep. This is what basically determines a Mega Man Zero 4 speedrun, is do you get good rolls on the drops? Are you gonna be here for 2 minutes, you're gonna be here for 20.
You know, I own the Azure Striker Gunvolt pack on Switch, and I'm just like... People keep telling me, you'll like it, it's like Mega Man Zero, and my brain goes, uh-oh.
Yeah, it's like, if it's like Mega Man Zero, then I won't like it.
It's the same developers, so, you know.
I know. That's what worries me.
It's like, as long as you cut out the bullshit. That's the only thing no one's ever been able to tell me. Did they cut out the bullshit? Because if you just make a really good 2D action game like this, then I'm kind of there. But if it's got the grind, then... Ugh.
Inti Creates only knows how to make one thing.
2D Castlevania? Blaster Master?
Maybe 2 things. Maybe 2 things.
Okay, they can make Mega Man Zero, they can make 8-bit Bloodstain games, which is basically just Castlevania 3.
Okay, I'll rephrase that very slightly. I'm pretty sure Inti Creates only has one person in the character design department.
Oh yeah, you ever see him try and make a game that doesn't use sprites? Jesus Christ.
It's not even that. If you look at, like...
Oh yeah, if you look at the
like
Azure Striker
like-
Gunvolt characters, they've walked right out of Mega Man Zero.
You're like Mega Man Zero, Azure Striker Gunvolt, Dragon Mark for Death. They all look the same. It's just the same guy over and over again.
Hey, I mean, if it works. To be fair though, you look at Mega Man 11, and it's like, wow, they got the Battle Network art designer, didn't they? It's like, yep. It's like, these all look like NetNavis. Probably because they were.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, why does the music sound like it's from Battle Network? Because it is.
I think that's a big part of why I love Mega Man 11's soundtrack, is like, most of the Mega Man games, like the classic Mega Mans, the soundtracks just don't resonate with me, like, at all. Except for, like, songs that were in Mega Man 2. And 6, I guess.
Yeah, I've got to say, you like Tomahawk, man. Shut up.
Like 2 and 6. I like the songs from 2 and 6.
I like
And
some of the
everything else-
some of the jazz from 8, like Wily Stage 1 from Mega Man 8. God. Yes, not Mega Man 8, Mega Man 7. Actually, no, 8 is
And
pretty
like,
good as well.
I'm sure they're good, but like my brain just doesn't register them for whatever reason. And then like when I heard Mega Man 11 soundtrack, I'm like, I am sold. This,
Like, the boss
this
music
soundtrack
is
is
great.
amazing.
The Wily Castle
Oh,
stage
Fate.
is great. Tundra Man.
I think it's the, I think it's the only one of the like outside of Battle Network, the only Mega Man game I've listened to like the entirety of the soundtrack in and liked it.
So Acid Man is great, Block Man's great, Fuse Man is fantastic.
Fuse Man, they're all really good. I think
Tundra Man.
My favorite ones are Tundra, Blast, I think Fuse. I think.
Yeah, Tundra, Blast, Fuse, the Boss Theme, Wily Stage, Acid Man.
I could be listening to the Wily Stage and then 20 minutes have gone by and I didn't even notice.
Oh, that's like me with Tundra Man. It's like, why is this song so good?
Because like the loop, like I'm waiting for like whenever the loop starts like restarting, like I can't tell because it's just so smooth.
It's a bit weird the game only has one Wily Stage theme, but at the same time it's a banger, so it's like... You know, that's good. Oh, hello, Avast. Nice of you to pop up again. Time to fuck off. Tom Muchley. I haven't played Mega Man 6 in a long time, I should fix that. That's a game I can just sit down and beat in one sitting, it's great. I'm surprised there hasn't been a follow-up to Mega Man 11 yet. Given it came out, 2018.
Maybe they're working on it.
Well, it's weird because Mega Man 11 is, I think, the third best-selling Mega Man game. I think it's behind 2 and Battle Network 4.
Where are most of those sales? Japan? Because that's like... Did you play esports in Battle Network 4?
Oh, Jesus.
This is not a joke.
I know it's not a joke, because that game's got a lot of depth to it, surprisingly.
I'm like, wow.
Despite what the
When you
single
actually,
player
like,
would tell you.
Yeah, the single player is just like, the multiplayer is like, oh my god, why is it so good?
For the amount of Mega Man games they've made, it's weird Mega Man's not like one of Capcom's big franchises. Because like Resident Evil, obviously.
Uh-huh.
Monster Hunter, obviously, because Monster Hunter World is their best-selling game ever.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter Rise is their best-selling game ever on a single platform. So, take that, Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
Street Fighter. And then it's like,
That's
you
just
could, like Devil May
That's
Cry.
just long-lived. Devil May Cry is Capcom?
Yeah.
Oh.
Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, and Street Fighter are like their big three. Then you got like Devil May Cry. Is like the next one, and then I guess Mega Man after that.
Yeah.
Well, no, Ace Attorney
so.
after that, I'd say.
I think Mega Man and then Ace Attorney. Because, like, a lot of people know about Ace Attorney. It's not that big.
And then we started getting into like the really small stuff like Onimusha and Dragon's Dogma, Okami, Beautiful Joe. You know, the cult stuff.
Darkstalkers.
Darkstalker. God. Right. I'm gonna fucking Matt McMuscle's level of rant here, okay?
Oh, God.
Darkstalkers could have been as big as Street Fighter.
And then what happened?
Street Fighter 4.
Oh.
So that was it.
Yeah.
The 3D fighting games took over. Street Fighter took a break after the Alpha series and Third Strike, and then they made Street Fighter 4 after a long time. Just to give it another shot, and that was it. Like, they never looked back. So yeah, I can pin the death of Darkstalkers on Street Fighter 4, Tekken 5, and Mortal Kombat 9. That's literally it. It's like, those games blew up. I mean, to be honest, you've got your big four fighting games, and then you've got like the niche ones that still go in. And then after that, you got like the one-offs like Power Stone and Darkstalkers. You know, you got your big four: Tekken, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Smash. Then you got your mid-tier ones: your Guilty Gears, King of Fighters, BlazBlue. I had to think about that for a minute. It's like, what's the other one? I mean, I guess you could put Skullgirls in there.
Guilty Gear is thankfully still pretty healthy right now.
Have you seen the fucking load times for the new Guilty Gear?
Okay, besides that.
Like,
Yes, I have.
you
yes,
can
I have,
get,
okay?
you can do a 1-star speed run of Super Mario 64 in the time it takes you to get to that main menu. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I mean, I guess Dragon Ball Fighters has kind of become a big deal.
It was a big deal.
I want to do another Budokai game, but then they're never going to touch that name again after what happened with the soundtrack.
Yeah, that franchise is dead now.
Yeah, it's like, that's dead.
You might as well just
Xenoverse
make...
was alright.
Xenoverse did fine. You might as well just make Fighters 2 if you're gonna go down that route.
You know what I like about Fighters? It's an original story. And you know what I like about that? It's because standing next to Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which is just, let's relive Dragon Ball Z again. Again.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't they make a game on Dragon Ball Super at some point? Well, hear me out on this. OG Dragon Ball.
Would never make it past the rating board.
Okay, OG Dragon Ball wouldn't.
OG would not, no.
Super, I mean,
Super would.
you've got a lot of material there now to do.
I feel like the Super stuff, like, snuck into Xenoverse. I think. I'm actually not sure.
It's interesting because when you ask people what's the biggest like fighting game series, you pretty much get the answer of either Smash or Street Fighter.
Yeah.
But if you ask someone like, what's the biggest Western RPG? Like, some would say Fallout, some would say Elder Scrolls.
The biggest Western RPG?
Yeah.
Are we talking like
I want to
turn-based,
say
or-
it's probably Myst. Like, historically. Like, nowadays, realistically, let's be honest, it's Elder Scrolls.
Nowadays, like historically, be like Myst, Ultima,
D&D.
like games of that ilk. Probably either Myst or Ultima, honestly.
I mean, I'd sit down and I'd still say Diablo, but, you know.
Yeah.
You know, Elder Scrolls didn't really pop off until Oblivion.
What the heck is Morrowind?
Yeah, what the fuck's a Morrowind? Does anyone know the name of the first 2 Elder Scrolls games?
No.
Exactly.
No, I don't. I really don't. Like, I know people who do. I don't. I'm gonna look it up now. I don't know. I'm actually not sure they had
I think
subtitles.
I think one's
They may not
Arena.
have. Oh, Arena and Daggerfall. Now I remember.
Yeah, I remember Arena. It's Daggerfall. I never remember. I'm like, what the fuck is Daggerfall? Let's get another extra life. Fucking hell.
1994? That's how old the series is? Wow.
Yeah,
DOS
Elder
game.
Scrolls is old.
Well, I thought it was like late 90s, early 2000s. Like, no. No.
No, it goes back to Ultima days.
Dang.
I mean, you think biggest, like, someone says MMO. I know the meme is to say Final Fantasy 14, but realistically, come on, it's World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft has been on the decline, actually. Because, hilariously, due to the rather toxic culture that WoW has and is currently been engendering, a lot of people are jumping ship on WoW and joining, among others, Final Fantasy 14.
I feel like RuneScape's had a bit of resurgence lately.
That I'm not sure, but I think you're right. So it'd be like RuneScape, World of Warcraft, Elder Scrolls Online, Final Fantasy 14 in no particular order.
Phantasy Star Online too.
Thank you, I forgot that one. And it's like, I knew there was another one, I just couldn't think of what it was.
Oh, and if you're in Japan, Dragon Quest X.
If you're in Japan, Phantasy Star Online 2.
And Dragon Quest X.
No. No. You know what's kind of funny to think about?
What?
Final Fantasy 11 still exists and is still currently played.
Yes, so it's Final Fantasy 3 Kappa.
Except Final Fantasy is not an MMO. Now shut up.
I kind of feel like if I was to ask someone at work what the biggest JRPG is, though, I don't think they'd say Pokemon.
It's Wizardry.
Well, yeah, it's Wizardry, but you know, I think
though
if
with-
you were to like go cultural
even though-
zeitgeist, the answer is Pokemon.
Even though it's a Western game.
Yeah. Like, realistically, the answer is Pokemon, but I don't think people consider Pokemon a JRPG, as weird as that is.
It technically is.
Yeah, technically it is.
It's
I feel like they'd say Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest. Kinda. Final Fantasy is probably bigger than Dragon Quest because it has had more overseas appeal.
Yes.
Dragon Quest has.
But then there's some guy in the back going, Chrono Trigger!
No, that's a Final Fantasy game.
No, it's not. It's
No,
a
wait,
fucking
sorry.
mana game. What are you on
Sorry.
about?
Alright. I said the wrong series, but you're right.
I have the collection of mana. I should get on that at some point.
Have fun, I guess.
I also have Octopath Traveler to do.
Have fun, I guess.
And Dragon Quest 11.
Have fun, I guess.
And Final Fantasy 7 and 10 and 10-2 and 12 and 15 and 7 Remake.
I've got nothing to say to any of those things.
I just need a good jumping in point, to be honest with you.
Is that where you're playing 4?
That's probably what I'm playing for, yeah. Because I feel like if I can finish 1, not Final Fantasy 1, dear God no.
That game is not as bad as it sounds. 'Cause that game is actually like kind of easy.
Yeah, I've heard the game's actually really easy to break, but it's like at the same time,
Not much like to do.
not much to do. I'm just like,
That's fair.
you know, it's got the problem of it's the first one, and you can tell.
Yeah, Found the Ark has the same problem.
Look, having watched someone stream the entirety of Dragon Quest 1, nope. That's
like,
something to
actually
put on in the background and listen to.
Oh, you mean like going to all the places and figuring out everything?
Yeah, I've seen someone do the entirety of Dragon Quest 1, and no shit, no. I'm sorry.
Do you care about Dragon Quest spoilers?
Not really.
If you want to do the entirety of Dragon Quest 1, just play Dragon Quest 3.
I feel like that's a weird thing with like Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy. They both got pretty good at free.
3 is interesting because you have the setup, and like you kill the final boss, and you return home, and everything's happy, and then the actual final boss walks in, kills everyone, and tells you to come find him. And the world that he's hanging out in is the Dragon Quest 1 world, which reveals that 3 is a prequel to 1. It's very hilarious.
Right, we've maxed out our health and got 4 sub-tanks.
I really enjoy Dragon Quest 3, so...
I will probably pick up the HD 2D remake of that when that comes out.
What, Dragon Quest 3?
Yeah, Dragon Quest 3.
They're making one? Like, other than the one they already put out?
So, there was a Dragon Quest live stream before E3, and they revealed 12. I say revealed 12, I mean they Metroid Prime 4 12.
They, like, put up a logo and left.
Yeah, and said it's going to be darker and it's going to have a different combat system, and I was like, good luck with that. And then...
Is it really, though?
They don't want to piss off Japan. Then there was... I think they're doing something with Dragon Quest X Offline Edition that's not being localized either. Then it was a spin-off called Dragon Quest Treasures, which is in the world of Dragon Quest XI. And then they announced a HD 2D, so an Octopath-style remake of Dragon Quest 3.
Oh, okay. Hopefully it's based on the Game Boy Color version. Like,
They didn't...
Game Boy
Okay,
Color
so here's
one-
the bit that scares me. They didn't say what any of these games are coming to.
Oh, that's a concern.
And I'm like,
That's
this is the
that's-
company that
that's-
said Dragon Quest XI's coming to the NX.
that's spooky.
And I'm just like, oh, you're going to put free on mobile, aren't you? Alright, so we've got max health now. And we've got all 4 sub-tanks. We are officially geared up and ready to go. Good thing I got all those extra lives.
So apparently Danny wants an iPhone 12 mini.
Why?
I don't know. You know, it's fucked up. So, iPhone's at 12, Samsung's at... I think they just went from 10 to 20.
That's a jump and a half.
Yeah, I think they did it just so they didn't have to do like 11, so you can just now go 20, 30. And like, a bit like... It's gonna be weird, a bit Xbox. So like, you've got your 20 series, your 30 series. It's like the Nvidia graphics cards, basically. I think that's what they want to do. My brand of phone is at 4. Oh, this looks fun. Hello. What are you? Sage Harpuya. Harpuya?
Harpuya?
Like, I feel like we've had this conversation before.
We probably have.
Right, so Harpuya is really hard, but you can stun lock him. If he wants to... Uh-oh. Yeah, so all you have to do is catch him on that dive. Like that. And you just stun lock him. Wow, Ranky. Yummy Cyber Elves.
I don't know. That was. Oh wait. The lowest one is F. I forgot.
Oh no! Everyone's going to die. Oh god, I remember the fucking boss of this stage. Ugh.
I'll find out, I guess.
I like how you can't possibly get any items they drop.
Is it because it keeps you out of the room or something?
No, it's because the cutscene goes on too long and the items despawn.
Oh. Oh, it's Honda Machine? Alright.
Yeah, Hana Machine is this boss. Technically, this is our first Fortress stage boss. Oh yeah, his little monkey spawns have a cyber elf in them.
Huh.
Oh, I fucking hate this fight.
Okay.
Armored
It's probably
armadillo,
hard.
motherfucker.
Okay, then it's a lot easier in 0-3.
Fuck off. You got a cyber elf. Alright, time for the final stages. Neo Arcadia. What a dump.
It looks like Sky Sanctuary.
A little bit, yeah. When it's on the ground.
Ah, yes.
Alright, I do want to try
Ground
and get
Sanctuary.
some energy in my sub-tanks here. Where's the fucking dog? In the words of Mr. Fungi, the fun never stops. The fun never stops. You know, at least this song's good.
Yeah.
I miss Mega Man X2, where I can just go to one room in Bubble Crab stage, use a charged up Silk Shot, and just pull out loads of health.
Hilarious.
It is. One more. These birds seem to drop a lot of health.
Seems that way.
I wonder if there's like better drops for certain enemies. I know Mega Man X
Oh.
dabbled with that a little bit. Like there's the
I'm
Mega Man
almost-
2 bat in Armored Armadillo stage that has like a 90% chance to drop a 1-up.
I'm almost certain that drops are based on enemy type.
Yeah, it's just giving me health consistently. Right, we're done. activate this platform. Fucking vultures. Oh, this thing. Right, these two. They exist.
Beetle Brothers?
No. So they have the iframes of a regular enemy.
I don't remember these things at all.
I don't know why it plays the boss music for this. Because they're not. Ooh. I see someone I know is playing East 8.
Cool.
Like an actual man. Mm.
Also, Runaway has been playing Nocturne on Switch lately, apparently.
What, SMT3?
Yes.
Didn't think you'd be into that.
Neither did I.
So I remember this thing's name. And that's weird.
Isn't
So
that
this
just
thing's
a-
called, quote me if I'm wrong, Asura Basura.
Isn't that just the dude from Skyward Sword?
No, that's Giriam.
No, like there's like a giant gold like.
Oh,
Shiva
like of like the Clockwork Dungeon.
You have to like you have to damage it by pulling its arms off.
I mean, yeah, kind of.
Yeah, Asura Basura.
Why do I remember that?
It's a memorable name, I guess.
It's like Rangda Bangda. Probably sticks out in my head.
Everyone remembers Rangdabanga, and for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, it's like, wow, this is a really fun fight, and then you realize it insta-kills you. It's like, oh, this ain't a fun fight at all.
Just kidding, guys. Everything is terrible.
Right, so Mega Man Zero has Yoku blocks that shoot you.
Ew. Ew.
So not only are there Yoku blocks, they fight back.
I remember there was like Yoku blocks in a later game, but like it was always telegraphed. You could always see an outline where they would appear anyway. But yeah, the little Yoku blocks in this game are dumb. Yoku blocks in any game are dumb.
And then there was a fan game that pulled out Yoku Man, and I'm like, okay, that's actually kind of clever.
That was like the one time it was ever clever.
Yeah, it's like, oh, he actually disappears and reappears and attacks you with Yoku blocks. I'm like, that's actually kind of clever. That's pretty good.
I think that was the only boss in the game that was also weak to itself.
I believe so, yes. It's been a while since I played Mega Man Unlimited. I should probably do that at some point. I just remember having a deep-seated hatred of Rainbow Man. So,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, do you want
sucks.
Quick Man on steroids? No.
No.
Too bad. Fuck, I'll do it the cheap way. Here we go. Herculeus Ancus.
Oh, Beetle Boy number 1.
Yeah, he's pathetic. I do find it weird how the first Fortress boss is just a normal... I don't actually know what these are. I want to say Pseudoroid, but that's CX. But they're not Mavericks, because that's X. So what's weird about this game? So there is a boss rush because it's a Mega Man game. Of course there is. You don't refight Aztec Falcon. You don't refight Hana Machine. But you refight him. It's like, he was the first Fortress boss.
Weird.
Yeah. You fight the 4 Guardians again, and you fight the Elephant, Blizzax Dagroth, Anubis, and that guy. Not Aztec Falcon.
Yeah,
Not Hana Machine. Him. And I always found that fucking strange. Because it's like, surely... you'd bring back Aztec Falcon, right?
is Aztec Falcon the fire boss?
Aztec Falcon is the boss you fight in the disposal center.
I don't remember what element he is though.
Electric. So you had a neutral one, which would be the Elephant. The fire one is obviously... no, there wasn't a fire one. I just realised the only fire boss in this game is Hana Machine. And Fafnir.
Yeah, I'm like, I think Anubis was like lightning?
Anubis
Or
is
is it
normal.
Anubis neutral? Oh wait, hold on.
Because the Phantom's army is neutral.
Okay.
And I think Anubis is Phantom. But then again, so's Hana Machine, so...
Yeah, Hana Machine's...
he's part of the stealth unit. I guess they wanted an electric boss in there, but... Aztec Falcon, though.
I think, yeah, well, in 03, Anubis was lightning.
Such a weird... why? I was supposed to go with Blizzak and Hana Machine.
Yeah, that's
But
why.
at that point,
Because you...
I mean, I don't suppose they didn't want to bring back the Beetle again.
Nah, I think
And
they
the
died.
the joke was they're all bosses from 01, so
Yeah.
okay, I guess you'd have to make Anubis Thunder Element. Game design's hard.
Yeah.
Like, anyone who ever tells you otherwise is like, are you fucking delusional?
Game design is difficult.
Game design is disgustingly difficult. Been there, done that. No. You know, degree in game design doesn't design games, works in retail. You know, if I could go back to my younger self, I'd say, do the economics degree.
Ah. The elevator.
Yeah, this is the elevator level. Of course it is. It's a Neo Arcadia stage. What do you expect? So there's this popular fan theory that this is the Jacob elevator from X8. Just repurposed into Neo Arcadia. Which, I mean, isn't the dumbest idea I've ever heard. It is a really tall space elevator. Fucking hate this level. So easy to fuck up. I'm okay.
Yeah, this level sucks.
It's not 0-3 bad though.
The 0-3 version of this level is like 3 times as bad.
The Neo Arcadia Tower. What is it? Area X2?
I believe so.
Like, what the fuck?
That level can eat my ass.
It's like there wasn't a spiked wall, man. But dear God,
There basically was.
there basically was, and it was that. Boss fights were better. It's one of those things with the Zero games where it's like, oh, the boss fight's really easy. Yeah, and the level's really fucking hard.
The boss fight was... I wouldn't call it easy. But it wasn't, like, annoyingly difficult. I did that stage so many times because I, like, wasn't good at the boss fight that I learned there's, like, a small window of a couple frames you can cancel his heal, which is what the speedrun does.
Yeah, he did it so much, he got the speedrun strats just naturally.
Yeah, like, I've tried that level sometimes, like, if I just blitz him and, like, I can cancel his heal? Sick!
Can't do that in this game.
He doesn't have a heal in this game, does he?
He might.
I don't think he does.
I mean, it's the final boss of a Zero game, he probably does. I like how that's my quantifier for that. Is this a Mega Man Zero game? Yes. The final boss can heal himself. that's just it. You know what this reminds me of? This is really weird. Crash Man. Like, I'm just thinking this is just Crash Man's level from Mega Man 2. Alright, this bit's straight out of Mega Man 7. Alright, it's a Mega Man series tradition at this point. Hello. Would it be a Mega Man series without the devil?
Isn't this one, like, easier, though?
What, the Rainbow Devil? The Rainbow Devil's
Yeah.
kinda tricky, but not massively. I know in Zero 2 when this thing turns up again, you know what his EX skill is if you're on a high enough rank? It's a punch. That's it. That's its extra move.
Ah.
It just tries to punch you. I mean, it's not that hard to be honest. You gotta go for the head though, because it's, you know, it's a devil robot.
Okay, he only uses the heal if your rank is high enough, apparently, so that sounds like only a 0-3 thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, because 0-1 doesn't give bosses attacks based on rank.
Yeah.
Because there's no EX skills, so... And there he goes. And that's the Rainbow Devil dealt with. Because it wouldn't be a Mega Man game without it. So I like doing this, because it's like, begin mission, Neo Arcadia Core. It's like, I could just walk left.
Ah, this is the song.
This is the song. You're gonna hear this a lot in this franchise, believe me. Well, the first 3 games. 0-4 is an epilogue, and if you tell me otherwise. Alright, Boss Rush 1. Blizzak Sagroth. Ooh, I love that noise.
I do too. It's so great.
It's that and the sound bites from Zero 3 that get stuck in my head.
Yes, that soundbite in 03 too.
Yeah, it's like some of the bosses in Zero 3 have like really memorable sound bites.
Yeah.
Except Cubit Foxstar. Fuck Cubit Foxstar. Fucking hardest boss in this series. And I will die on that
Boxer
hill.
sucks. Boxer sucks, especially at high rank.
So don't I want to spend half my time invisible? Yes. Yes, I do.
It's like, no you don't, you fucking bitch.
Yeah, fighting Foxstars is awful. Worst boss in that game by far.
Anubis. God, I love Zero One's boss music.
It's really good.
It's a small thing, but I really like the siren in the background.
It's got a really good beat.
In fact, there's this really low, like, siren noise constantly going through the back of it. And I was like, I really like that. I don't know why. Now I think about it, I think that noise is very similar to some of the sounds that Omega makes, which is foreshadowing as fuck. In fact, the entire Omega thing is so planned in advance, it's on the fucking health bar. It's like, that's not the Neo-Arcadian emblem. That's just the Greek letter Omega. It's like, why is that there? You're not gonna find out till 03, sorry.
Yeah, I remember that.
I did find that weird, playing 01 before 02 and 3, and it's like, why is the symbol Omega? Is that like a reference to Sigma or something? And it's like, kind of.
What was the symbol in 02? Was it also an Omega symbol?
It's Omega. It's Omega in all three.
Okay.
I kind of would have liked it if when you fight the final form of Omega, it changed to like the Dr. Wily logo, just to, you know, be cute.
Nah.
And then 04 goes to a W.
Yeah, I know 04 is a W instead.
I think ZX, it's an S, because obviously Slither.
I'm not sure, actually.
I think it's an S. I don't know if
think
it
it
is for
is.
Prometheus and Pandora, though.
I'm not sure if it is. I feel like it's like a W.
I know it's a W in ZX Advent. Actually, no, it's not. It's an A.
Let's see if I can see if this video does anything.
Is it an A? I know it is for Albert, obviously. I don't know if they foreshadow it that early.
Oh, you're right. It is a stylized S.
I was gonna say, I'm fairly sure it's like they're not being all too subtle about the whole Slither thing.
Why do I not remember that?
Yeah, I think it's an A for, well, actually, no. So, if you're fighting one of the Mega Men, it's their letter. I think for Albert, it's an A. For Prometheus and Pandora, I think it's W. But I don't know about the regular bosses.
Oh, look. Okay, so Mega Man ZX1, it is all of them Or stylized S. Let's see. The first one is a... What is that? It looks like a W with like a square underneath it.
Show me.
I'll screenshot it. 1 sec.
It's like, I don't know.
I'd say it's like the Dragoon symbol from Final Fantasy 14, but I realized like, oh, you don't know what that looks like.
I don't know what that was like.
It looks like a very skinny dragon's head. Hold on, let me just send you the screenshot. I'm going
But
through
I have
these one
played the
by
entirety
one.
of ZXA. I don't remember looking at the health bars that much.
It's the screenshot is of the Chronoforce fight, but it was on the first 2 fights as well. It's a looks like a W with like a square underneath it, and I'm not sure what it's actually supposed to be.
That is Model W.
Oh,
Which is also an upside down A.
okay.
Yeah, if you look at what Model W looks like, it's like a V-shaped golden triangle with a red core and like 2 red bits on the bottom.
Oh, let me look it up.
That's what Model W Biometal is. Which is an upside down A.
Because, you know,
Oh. I see. Yeah.
and I think the Mega Men use their letter.
Yes, they do. I'm going through the video. Sharnak uses a P, and the other people I don't remember.
Aeolus, Fetus, and Atlas.
Atlas, thank you. So Atlas has an F, Thetis has an L. No, wait, it's Thetis in English, but Tethys in Japanese. Which is weird, because, like, Tethys is a goddess.
Yeah, they're also unsure if that's a Reploid or not. It's like they've got the Reploid logo on their forehead, but they're also referred to as a human. And I'm like, huh? Like, what? I don't understand.
Okay, when you fight Isle, it's a ZX icon, but, like, the X is tiny, like it would be in the first game.
Like if you're using Model ZX.
Yes.
Okay. So Vent and Ale use ZX.
I'm going through the video right now. What bus is this? Oh, this is Prometheus and Pandora, alright. They still have the normal upside down A. This is... What? Wait, what? Oh, I forgot. Albert's Throne doesn't have a health bar.
No, it doesn't because it's got like 255 health.
It's something like 7 health bars or something ridiculous.
Yeah, point is, that thing takes an absolute beating. And you basically want to stand there with Model P and just spam.
Okay, Albert also has the upside down symbol as well,
No, I mean, it is an A.
I guess.
And he is the Model W Mega Man, I suppose, so...
Even the Model A Mega Man. Got him.
I mean, he's both, isn't he?
What other word uses those letters? Oh, I know. Wah!
Shame we'll never get a ZX free to follow up on that whole Master Thomas thing. So yeah, Albert was right, and I'm like, what? You feel okay there, buddy? Alright, Fefner. This one's harder because the ground's flat.
Oh, yeah, you could use the substitute advantage before.
The room's just as long, but it's all flat. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Bye, Fefner. I guess next is Leviathan.
Does Phantom actually die?
Yeah, Phantom dies.
Okay.
Which is interesting because of the... You know how they have their armed phenomena forms in 0-2?
Yeah.
There is actually
there is
artwork
one
for
for
Phantoms.
Yeah, I remember.
Would have been, I think, a bat. It's like...
I think.
I think it's like a
so.
spider tank, stingray, hawk, and a bat. I guess they didn't know if they wanted to kill off Phantom. Not that killing Phantom did anything for the plot at all.
No. And you got to fight Phantom anyway in 0-3, so it's everything is okay.
Yeah, and he kind of like hints towards, you know, what you're about to find out 20 seconds later, but, you know.
He also gives you the ultimate boost.
Yeah, it gives you the ultimate boost, which is pretty neat. You know, final level still, but, you know.
But it allows you to go back and get, like, pretty much everything you missed. Which I proceeded to do.
I just realised the Guardians die at the end of 0-3, don't they?
Huh?
The Guardians die at the end of 0-3, don't they?
No. They appear. Wait, at the end?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because they never turn up
I
again
honestly
after Omega dies.
They don't. I don't think it's ever stated. If they did die, it was off screen.
Because they never show up again after that. And it said the Dark Elf protected Zero from the explosion. I mean, the only purpose they would have served in 0-4 would be fighting wild, so... They probably would have just ended up joining the Resistance.
Phantom is simultaneously easier and harder
Yes.
in 0-3.
He does everything faster and more aggressively. But all your Cyber Elves are automatically active.
Yep.
It's like,
oh my
max
god.
health.
It's like, oh my god, I have like 3 health bars. It's like, while he's very aggressive, you also are better equipped to deal with it.
Yeah, you are a walking tank in that fight.
That fight was fun mostly because of that. Like,
Yeah,
fight
that's
was
a very
hard.
fun bonus boss.
It's like, it's a hard fight, but it's also a fun fight because they just give you everything.
And then Phantom dies. I just remembered a weird thing about the Guardians. They're all based on a personality trait of X.
Oh.
Which is
Yeah,
why
I
they
guess
all
are.
kind of look like X. You know what's weird? I kind of like the 0-3 version of this song the most.
How
The
different is it?
like the Area X2 version.
remember if this.
It's really slow, and it's a lot of bass, but it is this melody. You probably blocked it out of your mind considering the stage it plays in.
Oh, is it the giant elevator?
Yeah,
That would be why I don't know it.
it's Copy X's stage.
Yeah, okay. I have no idea, because, like, I was in that stage most of the time trying to not die.
Yeah, not
So
die.
So I wouldn't have noticed the music. It's like, how do you know? Oh, that's understandable. Have a nice day.
And here's X in his fucking turtleneck. Okay, here's the thing about this series that I don't quite get. What's with giving the humanoid bosses, like, waistcoats? Because Zero's got one as well. I'm like,
I don't
odd
know.
design choice. Bit weird.
Truly not sure.
Alright, Copy X.
There we go.
This fight's not too bad. So he has the 4 elements. So normal, electric,
Ice and fire.
ice and fire. You can change him on will because he's got the variable weapon system, because, you know, he's based on X. And he's also got the
Thanks,
best
it's
goddamn air dash. Oh, and he can slide.
Very good. Yeah.
Because, you know,
The
classic
thing,
Mega
that
Man
makes this
2.
fight, the thing that makes this the most hard is that he's very good at spacing.
Yeah, he's played Street Fighter.
Which means, like, while he's not too hard to avoid, he's very hard to, like, get a hit in on him.
Yeah, he's always right in your fucking grill. If he wants to be close to you, he will be.
As that illustrates,
And if he wants to be far away from you, he will be far away.
he can do that too.
And if he wants to close the gap, he will.
It's almost like you're fighting a boss from an Atlas video game. If he wants
No,
to
it's
do the
almost like
thing,
we're
he'll-
fighting X.
Well, I mean that too. The Atlas video game bosses are like, if they want to do the thing, they will just do the thing.
I just remembered, isn't it also a thing that I think Copy X has the least health of all the final bosses in this series?
Yeah, he's only got 2 bars.
Yeah, he's only got 2 bars, and I think his second form only has 2.
The second bar also only has 2.
I think El Paizo has 3 each.
Alpazza has 3 and 3. Omega is
9.
three times, yeah.
And Weil is 3 twice.
3 twice, I believe. Actually, I'm not sure. Is it 3 twice? Or is one of them
I'm
2?
fairly sure that I know the Ragnarok form is definitely 3.
Oh, okay.
The core form? No, I don't know. I like
guess
that.
I can look it up.
Zero's like, I have no idea who the fuck you are, but X was better than you.
Ooh.
And I'm like, yep, still 0.
This
Alright.
is a rad slot. That said, this boss is a lot harder.
Yeah, this fight is like, god damn. This attack. So one of those rings grabs you, you get pulled straight down.
So don't be off stage.
Yeah, don't be off stage.
It's like you're playing Smash Brothers, but
Sephiroth's got his
everywhere.
1 wing form.
Or Arceus is everywhere, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, or well, no, yeah, it's Arceus. I was about to say Xerneas since I know Xerneas uses Geomancy, and that's worse.
I was thinking it was either Abra or Arceus, but like Abra's fairly random and Arceus isn't.
Abra just tries to teleport you off stage.
Yeah.
Arceus actively just spams gravity.
Yeah.
So the thing with his Halo attack is that it always tries to go where you are when he fires it. So if you just kind of nudge yourself across like that. Fuck.
Did he get you?
Fucking clipped me. This is easily the hardest boss in the game, which, you know, it should be. It's the final boss. X's Seraphorm is like... He only has like 4 attacks, but what those attackers do will kill you immediately. Shadowbacks.
Oh, huh. Wild Core has an attack that can heal himself.
What, when he's a sword or when he's fused with the ship?
Sword. Phase 1.
Really?
He doesn't use it very often, which is why I didn't know he had it. He spawns like 4 green orbs around like the edges of the screen that will gradually gravitate toward him. And if one of them touches him, he heals either, I think, 2 or 3 ticks.
He can heal himself?
He just doesn't use the attack very often because he has so many attacks.
I'm gonna say, that man's a walking fucking fortress that is like, he can heal himself? I mean, we'll get to that eventually.
Yeah, each one. Okay, yeah. Each one heals 2 ticks. And he spawns 4 of them.
That's actually
like-
not a lot of health.
It's not a lot of healing, no.
That's like 2 charge shots, really. Fuck you, bitch.
Alright, while 1 has 3 bars, while 2 has 3 bars. Okay.
I was gonna say,
Just
better
three
have
bars.
3. I know you're on a
Come on.
time limit, but you can kind of wail on him.
Yeah. I was expecting the first form to have 2, is what it was.
Fuck. I just had a weird thought. I'm gonna save it for when I get to the second phase, but I just had a very strange thought.
What?
I may have a way to cheese this,
Of course you do. It's a Mega Man game.
but I'm not entirely sure. Right. Dumb idea. Can I use the triple run?
I don't know, can you?
I don't know, but I literally just remembered I have this thing. They gave it to me for a reason. Because I'm fairly sure I can use it upwards, right? Oh my god.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Oh, baby. Oh my god, there's a true use for this one. Point up.
I'll just, Wow. Hardest boss in the game. I'm like, you have got a pointy stick, fuck you. Wow, Keck? Wow. Just fucking poked him over again.
Well, that was the easiest time you've had with that boss in your entire life.
And now you all know.
Like, wait, can I use this? First try, easy clap.
All I needed was
Last
one
time
sub-tank.
Took you like 22 tries.
And yeah, that was a real X. If you didn't work that out.
That is in like the little glowing orb that's following him around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That line Zero ended this game on comes back in 04. That whole, if an enemy appears in front of me, I will terminate it. Because Dr. Wile's entire ploy is, I'm a human, you can't kill me. And he's like, fuck off.
Didn't Dr. Wily try that in Mega Man 7?
Yeah,
And it didn't work?
it very nearly didn't work. And then Wile tries it in 04, and Zero just quotes the end of this game and says, if an enemy appears in front of me, I will destroy it no matter what. I don't give a shit if you're a human or not. And in Zero's defense, you can't really say Wile is human.
And even if he were, it wouldn't matter because he's a bit too much of a monster.
Like, yeah, he was a human, but he's more machine than human at that point. Right, that was Mega Man Zero.
Nice.
We'll get to 02 at some point. I also want to point out that half of this play session has been grinding.
And then you just instantly kill the final boss.
Yeah, and then I realised I only needed one sub-tank. I wonder if I could have... Because... No, that's a recall one, just let you Scrooge McDuck. I was going to say, I was wondering if I could Scrooge McDuck off his head, but no.
No.
Probably not.
That's recall rod.
Right, so let me just look at my list of video games here. Important. Green. Excel I Command thee. Right. So that was the 114th stream game we've ever done. And it was the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 22nd game this year. Oh yeah, hard mode. No. So tomorrow is Pokemon Ranger, that's game 115. Do I wanna... Do we? Do we start it?
Start what?
Do we start 4?
Only if you want to.
I mean, it's either Metroid or Final Fantasy 4.
Which Metroid?
Zero Mission.
Oh, Zero Mission.
Zero Mission first?
Yeah. You can put 2 games with a 0 in the title back to back.
It's a bit weird. I've played an unhealthy amount of games involving resistances lately.
Just Cause.
Just Cause, Rift Apart, Mega Man Zero. About it.
Sonic Forces.
Yes, no.
You just put that on the pile.
Abs. Done that, not doing it again.
Okay.
Right, so tomorrow, Pokemon Ranger, start of game 115, and on Wednesday, the start of game 116, Metroid Zero Mission.
Hog.
Lord, I have to update the stream schedule now. Fuck.